Don't forget to use TCG Center 5 code on ccgcastle.com and get 5% discount on your purchase. Check video description or visit CCG Castle for more. Hello everyone and welcome back to Pokemon TCG Center. Today we'll be looking at the Trevenant Break standard deck with the standard format with the latest breakpoint set that has been released. So what is good and special about the Trevenant Break? Well, it is definitely 160 HP Pokemon. Of course, I would say it's not stage 2, but it's a break and it will count like the stage 2, but it does not have the same rule as the stage 2 because you cannot play it with the rare candy, for example, but you need to play it on the Trevenant regular, and you can do that by playing Wally. For example, you can have turn 2 Trevenant Break in play by playing Wally, and with the Silent Fear you can start to put 3 damage counters around a board to all of your opponent's Pokemon that he have in play. And basically with the Dimension Wally, you can do that for only 1 Psychic Energy, and that's pretty insane. So you can put 3 damage counters around the board, or you can even use the Forest Cursed ability. You can use also Tree Slam, attack for the 60, and you can attack for 60 and 20 to 2 of your opponent's Pokemons on the bench. Or I also decide to tag 1 Trevenant with Nervous Seed ability, which says as long as this Pokemon is your active Pokemon, the attacks of your opponent's basic Pokemons will cost 1 energy more. And you can also attack with the Energy Press for 70 plus 10 for each damage for each energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon, which is also good attack in my opinion. And pretty much with the Trevenant Forest Curse ability, you will also be able to prevent your opponents by playing item cards, which is also good in my opinion. So you can also combine with the Nervous Seed Trevenant and with those Head Ringers. With, for example, your opponent's Seismitoad EX will not be able to do you anything, because if you have Head Ringer and you, for example, have that Trevenant with the Nervous Seed in the front, well, that's just mind-blowing. But yeah, and the also good thing about this deck is that Bursting Balloon. So with the Bursting Balloon, it's pretty badass card. It's just $0.25 at this moment, so you can place it for $1, and in my opinion this card will be like 2 or 3, even more dollars in the future, depending on how deck will be good. And it says, if this card is attached to one of your Pokemon, discard it at the end of your opponent's turn. If the Pokemon this card is attached to is your active Pokemon and is damaged by your opponent's attacks, even if that Pokemon is knocked out, put 6 damage counters on the attacking Pokemon, which is just ridiculous. Yes, it's just ridiculous because your opponents cannot straight Bursting Balloon without that Zero Sick. For example, if you have the Trevenant with the Forest Curse in the front. And of course, if you play Mirror Match, I tag 1 Zero Sick just in case for the same scenario that your opponents would probably do. Okay, so let's move to the deck analysis. Let's see what else I have in this deck. I decided to go with the 2 Shaman EX for the setup. I don't want to have 3 or 4 Shamans in the deck because the more Shamans you have, the bigger chance is to start with it. And once you go with the Shaman EX as the active Pokemon, you just need to pay 1 energy to retreat. Well, that's not the good thing, but you can also Sky Return, for example, and lose 1 turn, but in order to do that you need to pay 2 energies, and that's just too much. The next thing is that I have Phantom with the Ascension, which will allows you to search your deck for a Pokemon card that evolves from the Phantom and evolve. So you can evolve into Trevenant with the Forest Curse, as I mentioned it before, or onto the Trevenant with the Nervous Seed. So that all depends on you. And of course, 3 Trevenant breaks. I was also thinking about my tagging some Wobbuffets in the deck, but at the end of the day I decided to give up for now with this deck solution. The next thing is that I have in this deck is the Echo Arm. So the Echo Arm is the new card that you can see, and it's a item card which says shuffle 3 Pokemon tool cards from your discard pile back into your deck. So this is good for those Bursting Balloons, because as long as you have Bursting Balloon, you're pretty much safe. Because if you can have each turn Bursting Balloon well, you can do a lot of damage to your opponents if he tried to attack you, and that's the reason why I decided to play 2 Echo Arms. Of course, if you have item lock, you will not be able even to play Echo Arm or even the Bursting Balloon, but if you don't have, well, you're pretty much good. But at this moment, item lock decks are pretty popular, so the Trevenant is popular, the Giratina, Vileplume is popular, and maybe also the Seismitoad with the Garbodor will be popular, well, but that depends. It's not yet, but who knows. 2 level balls for those phantoms, because with the level balls you'll be able to grab them. I was also thinking about maybe playing heavy balls and just level balls, but since I play Shaymin EX, that's the reason why I take at least a few level balls, because I can grab phantoms turn 1 and be sure to have the strong bench as I can for the turn 2. There's also one Super Road. With the Super Road I'll be able to shuffle 3 in combination Pokemon or basic energy cards from my discard pile back to my deck. I also have Trainer's Mail ×4, because with the Trainer's Mail I'll be able to look at the top 4 cards of my deck, reveal a trainer card, put it into my hand. Of course, 4 Ultra Balls, as I mentioned before, for grab Shaymin or Trevenant Break. 4 copies of the Versus Seeker, which allows me to grab any supported card to my hand that I need. I also have 1 Judge in this deck. Each player shuffle his or her hand and draw 4 cards. The new thing is that I decide to play only 1 Lysander for now. This is just for the testing. We're still thinking about putting 2nd Lysander in the deck, just in case the one is prized, or for the mirror match, but you really don't need Lysander as long as you attack with the Silent Fear Trevenant and spread damage around the board. You just don't need it because you will just spread 30 around the board. Also, 1 Birch Observation is just good enough, and 4 Professor Sycamores. So that's for the draw. I have 6 draw supporters, then I have 3 Wallies, and also 1 Zero-Seek in case I need to remove special or tool attached to my opponents or even my Pokemon. Then I have 4 Dimension Wallies, which will of course reduce my attacking cost on my Trevenant and the Trevenant Break. 4 Bursting Balloons, as I mentioned it earlier, it's just mind-blowing card, too good card to be true. 1 Floatstone for free retreat. 2 copies of Headringers in case you play against those EX decks. Well, you can just attach Headringer and you're pretty much sure against those Bursting Balloons, even if your opponents play them, or just by your opponents be able to attack you with that card. 3 Mystery Energies, just in case you need to retreat. They will allow you to retreat for 1, and 5 Psychic Energies in total. So let's do some testings and let's see how the deck will work, so you guys can see the deck in the working condition. Okay, so moving to the testing, so we can see how the deck will work. In my opinion, I think that this deck have a lot of potential, but who knows, we will just see right now. And yeah, my opponent have like 3 different Pokemon types and that color's signature in it. This probably stands for that. Shaymin EX. And who would like to go first? Well, I will try to go first. I hope I will just start with the Phantom. Oh, look at this, I just grabbed 2 Phantoms in the first 7 cards, and I also have the Trainer's Mail. I hope I can grab with the Trainer's Mail something like the Wally, so I can lock down my opponent into turn 1. Maybe my opponent play that Night March deck, but who knows. Okay, let's draw additional card. Oh, it's the combi. Okay, so 3 Phantom. Can I get Wally? Yes, I can. Pretty much, I don't want to take a risk. I will grab Trevenant. I will put it onto my active Pokemon. My opponent cannot play item cards anymore. Pretty much, I'm done with the turn 1. I have Trevenant, I have luck, I have energy, and I'm pretty much safe, and he just gave up, he gave me the victory. So moving to game number 2. Okay, so this was the perfect start. We'll be moving to game number 2. So right now you can see what happened when you can lock down your opponent Wesp Queen deck. I mean, those item locks are just annoying. They need to do something to counter them. I mean, Darkness decks will be pretty popular again. I can see that Darkrai EX that will be playable again, and I can also see those baby Eviltals. If you go first, you can do a lot of damage to your opponent's Pokemon. And look, my hand. My opening hand is just ridiculous. I can, again, easily play turn 1 Trevenant break, and this is just insane. Okay, so moving to the Wally, grabbing the Trevenant break. We'll go like this. And I can try to grab one Shaman, so I can try to set up a little bit. And that's pretty much all. Hope I can get maybe one more Phantom and the energy. And maybe one Bursting Balloon, in case my opponent decides to attack me. But I didn't get the Bursting Balloon. I do get the energy, so he cannot play item cards. I will just stick with this energy. We'll try to attach the Flowstone to my Shaman. We'll go with the second Shaman for 3 more additional cards. Can it be the Bursting Balloon? Yes, it is Bursting Balloon, but there you go. There is the Headringer. And well, considering about... Well, he will not be able to attack. But who knows? Well, we'll just keep for now. Let's be patient. We'll not do the attach Bursting Balloon. Who knows, maybe he somehow can AZ or something like that, or he maybe decide to attach one energy. And for now, he decided to go with the Fighting Stadium. And Lysandering my Shaman. Well, that's not the best thing that I would like to see. Okay, well, the bad thing is that I put down that Floatstone, which means that I will need to pay 1 energy to retreat, but hope I can top deck something like Ultra Ball. That will be just mind-blowing. And that Lucario is weak to Psychic Pokemons, that's also good. Focus Ash just been attached to Zubat, so... Okay, there is the Super Scoop up, so he get heads on that Lucario, so he'll be able to scoop him down. It's my turn. Okay, Trainer's Mail. What I can get with the Trainer's Mail? Trainer's Mail for Wally and the Lysander. I can grab Lysander. Because I already have Wally in my discard pile, and that means that I can play it. But by taking that Lysander, I have a chance to do something. Okay, so give me a second. My phone is calling. Okay, so right now I can do the trick. I can free retreat. That's the first thing. I can Bursting Balloon right there. Well, once I'll be able to retreat, I can Silent Fear, spread damage around. I also have that Bursting Balloon, but my opponent cannot play item cards. I don't think he can do a lot. There's the energy, and there is the Sycamore. So let's see if he tried to damage me. If I can top deck energy, I will just be able to knock out that Lucario. But right now, I will not be able to do it. Oh, he just removed my Stadium from play. I really hate when this happened. I already lost like 2-dimension Wallies. And right now I need to attach 2nd-dimension Wally. Oh boy, this hurts a lot. But let's grab the Miltank in front, baby. And yeah, it will be Silent Fear again. So 2 prize cards will be taken. I didn't attach that Bursting Balloon again onto my active Trevenant, but I top deck pretty good hand, I have Trainer's Mail, I have option to do Good Sting, and he's just bursting those energies on his benched Lucario. Once I'll be able to find another energy, I might be able to knock him out. And there's the first one in damage counters that he does. This is like turn 3 or 4, I'm not counting it. But oh boy, this Trevenant break is just so dang good. Okay, again my turn. Trainer's Mail can bring me nothing. Yeah, I can definitely go with that bursting balloon. I don't know why, but I can do it. I have 2 Echo Arms, and with the 2 Echo Arms I can just do the magic. Well, we'll just put 1 more energy right there. We'll go Silent Fear for 30 more. Next turn I can just grab 2 prize cards again by knocking out that Miltank with the what's the name of the attack? With the Tree Slam, of course. Oh, but I will not do that because the Crobat came into play. And I definitely need desperately... Oh, that will be the... No, it will not be the knockout. It will be knockout for the Miltank, that's for sure. So he's benched down to Hawluchas, and right now there's Corina for another Lucario. Something like Versus Seeker or Lysander. Oh, I don't have any more Lysanders, so something like Versus Seeker would be nice. But even if I don't have it, I will definitely stick with the Wally energy onto my Phantom for another Trevenant, and we'll definitely use Level Ball for another Phantom, and we'll then go with the Sycamore next turn. But let's see what my opponent can do. Powerful Friends for 80, so he's knocked it out. I will grab 1 more prize. Let's see who will came into active spot. So you right now see how that bursting balloon is effective and how it's effective on today's gameplay and on today's meta. And in the standard, this is just 2 good cards that be placed for $1. Okay, I don't know why he came with that Lucario, because he will just lose it right now, because I can just hit him for 120, which would be enough to knock him out. And I have Poker in my hand. I have 4 copies of Sycamore, which means that I can, yeah, play Sycamore to discard 4 Sycamores, and this is just insane. So 120, I'm down to 1 prize. And the funny thing is that my opponent was not able to grab single prize in this game, and it's pretty much GG if I can top deck the energy next turn, and if my opponents will not be able to judge me. So yes, this is just ridiculously insane. I really like this deck. I really like it, and the price on those Trevenants are this moment like... Oh, so he decided to grab up that Shaming from the play, not sure why. Yeah, definitely, let's go with Trevenant in the front. I need just the energy, but I didn't get it. Trainer's Mail can give me what? Maybe... Well, Echo Arm is a good thing. I will definitely use Echo Arm right now. Let's see, let's grab all those 3 tool cards back to deck. We'll go with that Sycamore. So there's the energy card, and that will be definitely the victory for me, because I can use Tree Slam and I can knock out that Crobat. There's 140 damages on it, and that's victory. So I hope you guys enjoy watching these videos. Well, this deck is just insanely good. Once again, there is the deck list. So yeah, I played against deck who have the weakness on my Trevenants, but there is the deck list. You can try it by yourself. It's just perfectly good. Maybe I should try to find place for another Lysander. and that's pretty much all that I would probably do with this deck. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Till the next time, have a nice day, and don't forget to hit that like button on this video. Goodbye.